Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce a distinguished educator and an inspiring figure in the world of teaching and learning, Professor Silvester Henderson. With a career spanning over 3 decades, Professor Henderson has made significant contributions to the field of education through his innovative teaching methods, dedication to student success, and unwavering commitment to fostering a love for learning. Professor Henderson is renowned for his dynamic approach to teaching, which seamlessly integrates technology, creativity, and critical thinking. His work has not only transformed the classroom experience but has also empowered countless students to reach their full potential. As a recipient of numerous awards and accolades, including the prestigious Teacher of the Year award, Professor Henderson's impact on education is both profound and far-reaching. Today, we have the unique opportunity to delve into the mind of this exceptional educator. We will explore his insights on the evolving landscape of education, the challenges and opportunities in teaching, and his vision for the future of learning. Please join me in welcoming Professor Silvester Henderson as we ask him 5 thought-provoking questions about teaching and learning.
First of all, I want to thank you for the invitation to be able to answer questions about teaching and learning, as teaching and learning has been my life. Thank you once again for the invitation.
1. What are the most effective strategies for improving student engagement in online learning environments?
Online education is very, very important, and it is very unique. When I started working and teaching online, it was really around 5 years ago during the pandemic. I put an enormous amount of time into learning how to create a creative classroom through the usage of technology, using videos, using various forms of creating chats for students, coming up with descriptive assignments, using a lot of film and video, using a lot of, I would say, exercises, making sure that the class itself was very involved actively, whether it was an asynchronous or synchronous class. Now, personally, I enjoy the synchronous courses more because I'm able to engage the students more effectively. Because I can see them. But even in an asynchronous course, if an instructor is very, very, very creative, they can accomplish 3 things. They can accomplish being creative, they can maintain high standards for the students, but you have to have a good usage in the various forms of technology. YouTube plays a great part in helping to have visual learning. Understanding that in learning, you have students that learn visually, you have students that learn through what they touch, and then you have students who learn primarily by what they hear. So I believe that online learning can be just as exciting as the classroom. Thank you for asking.
2. How can universities and colleges better support the mental health and well-being of their students?
Answering this question is very, very unique. Universities and colleges can begin to do a couple of things. One, they could reduce the amount of instruction that a professor or teacher has, so that they could spend more time getting to know their students. Sometimes having to teach 5 courses with 40 students in each course, or 35 students in each course, it makes it kind of challenging in order to develop a relationship with your students. But in order to really become an effective teacher, you have to really know the students and know a little bit about their background, their challenges, their goals, and their visions. So I would suggest one by reducing the teaching load of the actual instructor, and increasing probably their office time, encouraging more of the professors to really use their office time with the students to be able to offer, I don't want to just say counseling, but sort of getting to know the student in terms of what's going on. Students generally come to colleges and universities with a lot of fear, not certain what they want to do in life, or they're kind of in that stage most of the time where they are an adult, but emotionally they are still dependent upon their families. So helping the students to develop organizational skills through conversation, helping the students to navigate through emotional challenges, personalized relationships, study habits, work, a variety of things, part-time work, just life in general, I think requires more sensitivity from the instructor in terms of working with their individual students. Also having the institution, the college or the university, to offer more resources around free counseling and mental therapy. Students come a lot of times with emotional baggage and fears and harms and challenges from their childhood. And so just having someone they can talk to confidentially, I think all of those areas would help to improve the mental healthiness of the students at the university and colleges.
What role does technology play in enhancing the quality of higher education?
In today and age, technology is very critical. You look at just how students use their cell phone. Before I retired back in 2023, I really thought carefully about creating a course that was taught using the cell phone, because I noticed, including myself, that everyone has their cell phone every single day, all day, for the most part. So why not create assignments and questions and teaching and learning modules that are very, very flexible for the students, to give them quick access using a tool that they love dearly. These are all just effective strategies that one can use. On the cell phone, students can access their assignments. You can create writing assignments on the cell phone. You can create speaking assignments on the cell phone. You can possibly even upload worksheets, group activities, schedule Zoom meetings and all with students using good cell phones. So I believe that technology is really critical, especially today, in terms of how we view teaching moving forward in the world.
4. How can higher education institutions address the issue of rising tuition costs while maintaining quality education?
Cost in higher education has been around forever. Many colleges and universities complain about not having enough resources in order to serve the students, in order to serve their instructional programs, the academic program, and the student service needs. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, these are challenges that have been around not just 10 years, not just 20 years, not just 50 years. They've been around since education has been in existence. One of the things that we can do is that we can learn to prioritize programs and create different ways of raising funding through creativity by the usage of the foundation office, by connecting the colleges to businesses and work and learning programs, by creating internships that would pay the students to attend college. Being creative by hiring creative professionals in the financial office to understand how to raise money, and then really using the money for the students and not for the faculty and not for the administrators. So often in the colleges will complain about having not enough resources to fund their students' education and their student learning programs, but then they'll turn around and hire more faculty, and they'll turn around and hire more administrators, which to me is sort of negates their supposed problem. So it is by prioritizing and being creative to find effective outside sources that will help to offset some of the cost within the institution. Those are some of the ways that a university or college can lower some of their costs and help keep learning programs important and critical for students.
5. What are the benefits and challenges of implementing competency-based education in higher learning institutions?
Thank you for asking that question. Competency-based education is one of those areas that many faculty professionals never explore. It gives the student the opportunity to learn from a flexible standpoint, because they could study all day. They could, read and take exams and go back and forth. And then it allows the students more flexibility to work at their own rate. Secondly, what it does is just that it allows, especially if the student is in a course that is a competency-based learning course online, it allows the students not to feel as intimidated as they would in class, because they can go back over and over and over and deal with the particular learning challenge that they may have. So flexibility is very, very important. And then I think it also builds the self-esteem of the student, and it allows the students to learn at their own pace. So flexibility, and I think it's more emotional, and it's more sensitive to those students who are not necessarily as effective in terms of learning in a more structured, richer environment. The competency-based learning is very structured, but it's more flexible, which gives more time for the students. And for many of our inner city students, that's what's needed. Thank you for allowing me to answer these 5 questions around teaching and learning. I look forward to engaging in more topics regarding higher education and education in general in the future. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye now.